Do I have to file for a patent? Clients are actually shocked a lot of times when they hear this answer, and the answer is no. However, there are implications. Hi, I'm Jason Rosenblum. I'm an intellectual property attorney, and I protect my clients' products, their brands, and their businesses from getting ripped off. And this is a question that often comes up, is whether or not a client has to file for a patent. And as I said, the answer is no. That's the short answer. But there are implications to not filing. If you don't file, obviously, you don't get any protection, which means it's also not a business asset, which increases the value of your business. You can't use the patent for defensive measures. Should someone sue you for infringement, sometimes having a patent, then you can assert that back at them for infringing on your patent. Also, by starting to sell a product without filing for a patent, you potentially lose the right to file. In the US, you have a 12-month window where if you go public in any way, by writing a blog post about it, shooting a video about it, putting it up on Kickstarter, those could all start the clock ticking of where you would have to file in the US. In other countries, you lose the right as soon as you publish it. Even if you haven't made the product, just talking about how it would work might be enough. So that's just some of the things to consider. We also always want to consider before filing is that you should still do a clearance search of some sort to make sure that you're not infringing on someone else's patent. Now, the cost for a clearance search in patents sometimes can get pretty high, but if you know of some specific potential client, some specific potential competitors that you think your product might infringe on, then at least we can narrow it to those as always a way to go. In terms of filing, one of the rules we have is generally, the cost could be anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000. So you want to make sure that if the business, if you don't see a path to making at least $2 million plus in revenue, then that might be time to say, you know what, better we just sell this rather than going forward with a patent, just because the cost of the patent is too high to warrant even filing. But generally, if you're expecting to make more than $2 million, it's a good idea to really consider whether or not patent is the right avenue for you. And of course, in the process, we look at how strong would that patent be, because that's another consideration in terms of patenting. Could someone easily design around you or not? So again, the answer is no. There is no requirement that you have to have a patent before selling a product. There might be some other requirements about getting approvals, especially with medical devices and things like that. There's FDA, but in terms of just having to have a patent to sell, there is no requirement for that. Feel free to reach out with any questions. If you like these, please subscribe below. Our phone number is 888-666-0062. Thanks for watching.